Alright, so I put the videos at where the glove is on the shoulder line. So basically the glove is in line with that circle. Shoulders there. Glove is about in line with that circle. Alright, so why the elbow being bent down is beneficial and really the ideal mechanical mechanism is because you're using the best analogy I can use is like an impact drill. I know it probably doesn't register with you, but pretty much if you're trying to spin something, hitting the end of the lever with let's say a hammer. The bigger the hammer, the more the thing is going to move, and that's called torque. And pretty much if I go to the next frame in the pull down, you can see how as soon as the glove gets to that shoulder line, the elbow starts to bend. All right, and then in the pitching video or the mound video, the glove flips the whole way past your body line, and then the elbow starts to bend. So basically, the best analogy is like you're swing on the mound with your glove flip. You're swinging a small hammer on the pull down. You're swinging a big hammer. It just means that you're going to spin and rotate faster. So the way to look at it is if I weigh your entire arm, so from shoulder down to glove, it's going to be heavier than just your hand and your glove. And having that go around the corner and go left is going to force your shoulders to spin faster. So on the mound, you're initiating rotation with just your hand and your glove. On the pull down, you're initiating it with your whole arm. So let's go a little bit further here. All right. So you're going to get in close to the same position. Again, the angles of the video are slightly different, so you can't see exactly the same thing. Let's go one more frame where foot's on the ground. The bottom half is pretty much very similar spots when comparing these two. And what you want to look at here is, all right, this is your center line and your axis of rotation. And then you can see how both of your arms are behind that. Let me get a different color so clear. So axis of rotation, axis of rotation. And then, yes, your left arm is behind it, but then your right arm is going to be right on that line. All right. On the pull down, left arm is behind, and then right arm is really far behind. And what that does is it brings in the arms are closer to spine so that they are able to spin faster. So basically it just shows that you are they're just products of you're gonna rotate faster. And what happens, and it also forces you to stabilize that front leg harder, which I don't think you don't have a problem with, but it's just that momentum of the running. So like on the mound video, you can see that your arm is back here. It's behind you. It's retracted, but it's retracted really early, and while the arm is still down. And so it's just when faster rotation is happening, the body has to, or the arms have to be in better spots. If I go to change this one to this, I'll change this one let's go to your most recent mound video. So the reason that you are leaning in a lot or leaning over your toes a lot right here, like you mentioned, is simply because, all right, so this is just a random drawing. When you're running in, you run in like this and then you go back. So there's a force vector going this way, and that's what's causing you to lean over your toes. And then there's also a force vector that goes this way, and that's why you lean forward so hard here. All right, there's just extra momentum that isn't there whenever you're on the mound. But that's why moving down the mound fast is important, and like staying back and moving down the mound slow doesn't really do anything for you. So again, if we go into, let's go to the elbow. All right, let's go to toe touch. So not foot plant, but toe touch. All right, toe touch there. Heel touch. First instance of touching there would be there. All right, your elbows, your front elbow is in a pretty similar spot. All right, it's just slightly different. The elbow, well, from the camera angle, it's probably pretty identical. So the part that is throwing you off is right there, as your knee is, let's key off the back foot right there. You can see how different the angle of the elbow is here and here. If I put a degree on that, you can just see we're looking at this angle right here and this angle right here. All right, and it's the same thing. If the mechanism to initiate rotation is bigger and heavier, you're gonna rotate faster. So in the pull down video, you haven't rotated until you basically have set yourself up for rotation into landing here by rolling that elbow, and then it's sitting over there, and then everything spins around it. Whenever you're on the mound and you just flick the glove, the elbow is going to bend after rotation is already kind of done. So long story short, that elbow needs to be bent in a down fashion, like I sent in those pictures. I don't know if I'll get a good one here. And it's that same thing here you can see on DeGrom. The elbow's got to stay above the glove so that it's carrying the weight of the forearm and the glove to the left, whenever you're just carrying the weight of the glove to the left, and that just doesn't have enough weight to help you spin. So all of your spinning comes from your legs and your active muscles rather than positioning of your body. So let's keep going on DeGrom. I think I can get a better video or a better look. So arm up. All right, so you're not in a main difference, and obviously you're not going to be exactly like him, but the main difference here is that the forearm is parallel with the ground and his is still pointing down. And again, the weight of it being further to your left is going to help you rotate. So I'm not going to keep rambling on about it. That's pretty much the main thing. And then if we keep drilling that, basically you're controlling your elbow and rolling your elbow instead of rolling your glove. That's gonna clean things up. and we basically just have to transfer it to the mound. Obviously, you see, your arm and your body are capable of moving fast enough to produce 90s, and it is just about being able to control it on the mound. Use the slope of the mound to gain that momentum that you don't have from running, but that's the goal. I want as much momentum on the mound as I can get, and then I roll my elbow back behind me, and then it helps me spin and get out front. But right now your mechanism is just your hand and glove, and we need a bigger hammer to produce torque.